Have you ever wanted to watch Buddy Holly and Slash have a kung fu rock battle for the fate of humanity? Have you watched Mad Max or Fist of the North Star and thought, why can't this have more electric guitars? Have you ever wanted to see the mashup of genres taken to the extreme? Red Dawn meets Top Secret, meets a spaghetti western meets Mad Max meets Streets of Fire meets Buckaroo Banzai, and The Eighth Dimension meets King of the Kickboxers? Well, I have the story for you. Age after the fall of Hong Kong to those damned filthy pink communists, a man, groomed for greatness by Jackie Chan himself, made one last love story to Hong Kong cinema with Americana stylings before riding off into the sunset with his gonzo director best friend, a silent protagonist in a world. Post-nuclear apocalypse teams up with an orphan boy on a quest to reach Las Vegas and succeed Elvis as the next king of Las Vegas. They are hounded by cannibals, wasteland bandits, bounty hunters, fellow guitarist samurai, the Red Army, and even Death himself, with only a katana, a hollow body rockabilly guitar, and the way of the samurai to overcome the odds. It's a labor of love. Hong Kong-trained American actor Jeffrey Falcon, longtime friend Lance Mungia put together the craziest mashup of genres since Buckaroo Banzai in this action-adventure comedy cult classic with a shoestring budget. These people squeezed blood out of a stone, then made it rock. It's not the greatest apocalyptic film, it's not the greatest rock film, it's not the greatest action-adventure comedy, it's not the greatest kung fu film, and it's not the greatest homage to Americana, but it is the greatest apocalyptic action-adventure comedy kung fu rock homage to Americana in history. It's Buckaroo Banzai for millennials, the little samurai that could, and 90 minutes of a good time. It's Six String Samurai, 1997. Author and content creator that brought you the heartfelt, the F trophies for clout, the 6-foot-tall Tate, and the not funniest member of Rule Zero, Volume 2, Dread.
Done and done. What's up, fellas? Oh, I edited it out. All right, I gotta fix this. 2 weeks. 2 weeks she's out. Pre-order still going strong. Dude. Goal here is to have a better release than... Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Better release than F-Files. Welcome. It's T-Rex Friday. It's a little different today because I got something. Dude, I got something. I got something, and I never thought it would mix together, but it does. Me too. Isn't that... They have that still? It's like, yeah, they still do. It's still happening. And it's happening in the most wholesome of places, too. It's, what's his face? Anyways, I'm going to get on the Discord here shortly. As soon as I find it. Oh, yeah, there I am. If you don't know who this is a guy called Iskal. Iskal85. And you're like, who the hell is this? 1.5 million subscribers. He's on what is the most popular server multiplayer Minecraft server in YouTube right now. It's called Hermitcraft. It's got like I think 26 guys in it, and a lot of them are like kind of the old school guys you haven't seen that are just like big, like Ethos Lab, Grian, and if the names don't make sense, I'll kind of walk you through all this. Grian, Pearlescent Moon, Impulse, Tango Tech, Doc 79, is it Doc 77 or Doc 79? Anyways, yeah, so and these guys are all huge, and they just have a server and they goof around. It's been ups and it's been downs. There was a bit of like every now and then there's a little bit of controversy with, but this one is something new. Something new. So the last, I think a season ago, they do seasons, they're on 13 now, and I think the last season they invited a bunch of new girls onto the thing. Now, I don't know if these are all related. I'm just kind of getting everything out there so we can get to the point. And then all of a sudden, this stuff starts coming up. Let me see if I can get this audio to work well.
Hello. 2 months ago, Allegations were cast upon me about consensually chatting with a couple of adult women in the community.
That was the start of it. They have Discord channels and they have merch and they have. This is like a pretty big deal, by the way. Like, I know you guys like it's just some Minecraft drama. This Hermitcraft thing, like, every single one of these guys is pulling in high six figures on their channel and their collabs and their merchandising and their products, and like it's just this. He's even got like his own game that's coming out of this. So like it's big business, even though it's just some guys playing with blocks. Which, by the way, I find it hilarious that like, this is your view. Like, I've been canceled by the woke mob, and then it's just like a picture of a guy standing in a Minecraft field. It just, if you'd have told somebody 5 years ago that that was this, they'd be like, "Shut up! This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of." Like, no, it's true. It's true. Yeah, a little bit of Minecraft lore. Okay, so I'll kind of like go through this as he's talking, but the part I wanted to get to was, as I understood it, he was flirty. He did a pro Jared. And he had some fame, and he started being flirtatious with some of the people. One of them was a moderator in his Discord, and the rumor is he's dating another one of the Hermitcrafters, which she's also left the server. He left too, whatever. And the moderator decided that she was uncomfortable, and so she accused him of some stuff, and I guess, I mean, you know what? They'll explain the rest of it.
One of them a moderator of mine. These allegations were brought to a hermit, who then, without my knowledge, brought it to the Hermitcraft group. The Hermitcraft group then summoned me for a hearing and gave me a deadline of 1.5 hours, time zones considered. I did not have any interest in joining that hearing, as I had at this point already contacted the police and a solicitor in regards to the alleged rumors and potential defamation.
So, like, right there, first off, I don't know. I doubt this guy's read Vox Day's Social Justice Warriors Always Lie, and it's a really good read, and I think more people should. It's right up there with So You've Been Tarred and Feathered as far as these kind of things, but, like, this was smart. You see that, though? Automatically proven guilty, and here's the thing about that inquisition they bring him to, that'll be used as an admission of guilt. So the smartest thing he did was just kept his mouth shut. Now, he doesn't name names. I know, summoned for a hearing, right? I mean, it's kind of, and you know what it is? It kind of reminds me of, do you remember when Tim Pool had his show and then a bunch of his friends who were on his company decided to have a meeting without him and kick him out of the CEO of his own company? This kind of reminds me of that kind of stuff. It really is. And it's like a cautionary tale for anybody who wants to do social media for a living. It's just, business-wise, you're in the Wild West. Like, there is no roadmap for this. You have an ad hoc group of independent contractors who all have a fairly big business on their own. It's interconnected in a certain way. There's huge risks involved. Smartest thing he ever did is, as soon as these things came out, talk to the police, talk to a lawyer. Not talk to them. Like, good for you. Also, they're all over the world. Like, some of the people are in Australia, some are in America, some are in Europe. Giving somebody an hour's notice on stuff like this, that's, you know? Ugh.
They advised me to not comply with Hermitcraft's demands. I informed Hermitcraft of this and asked them to respect my privacy and wait, to which they responded that if I did not join the hearing, I would be publicly removed in 1.5 hours. I decided to resign.
That's the other thing. Oh, hey, so yeah, I'm just kind of going through this as we're chatting up here. That's the other thing on this. If you go back, and I really do need to talk more about, I might even do that for Red Morning this weekend, but Social Justice Warriors Always Lie. They don't actually fire you from things. And that's the examples. And he showed a bunch of examples of stuff that happened in the 2010s. What they do is they implore you to leave. So they make you do all the heavy work. And so like the smartest thing he should have done here is make them kick him out. Don't just leave. Yeah. Anyways, Mish, how you doing, bud? I got the new microphone right now. I don't know. Stressful times, but here's hoping. Tomorrow, Fuck Files version 3's out, so that'll be good. We'll see how that one does. And then 2 weeks later, Dog Walker's going to be out, and And then we'll see. Hopefully it does well, and the book that I'm working on now will, hopefully do better. We'll see. How about you? How are you not bored as shit and stir crazy? Oh, that'll be good. Bike cycle or motorbike? Ah. Look at that, it's Jack and everybody too. Oh. No, it's not on purpose. Hold on a sec. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's the stupid Discord. It doesn't... The audio doesn't take too well. That's fine. I can fix this. Hopefully this doesn't echo the audio for the rest of this thing. Here, guys, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go through this canceling of like $1 million YouTube account, all because of some Discord chick.
The entire thing has completely ruined my life. I no longer, as it stands, have an income. The rumors and allegations portrayed me as a predator and as an abuser. I'm neither of these things. The amount of hate and threats I have received has been endless, and there have been days where I've seen no reason to press on, no reason to get out of bed, no reason to eat or even breathe. Days where I've had to seek professional.
And the head chopping, we kind of moved away from that. a while
Jesus,
back.
bros. Jesus. All right, why was that audio not taking? This is actually kind of annoying. So I can use the desktop audio, but then everything else gets like an echo to it. Except for the Discord. But the Discord itself just won't audio properly. Interesting.
I have almost finished Dog Walker.
Well, that's good. I hope you're not. Oh, I guess you know what? I'm not even going to say anything to it. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the ending. I really do. I think you will.
No, it's good. It's good. But we'll talk about that later. I don't want to spoil anything on stream and whatever. We'll talk about that later. It's good. People buy it. Buy it, people.
All right. Here, I'm coming back to this one here for a sec. So yeah, you see that they like accused him of being an abuser, predator, stuff like that. The part where it gets to him is he still assumes these are all good people because they are. Like he's been on this server for like
mental
7, 8, 9, 10 years.
You have to
like
understand that making content has been my entire life, where I've spent all of my hours for the past 10 years. It's all I know. These allegations ruin that. I hope that enough people will see just how ridiculous culture can be compared with the witch hunts carried.
Yeah, he's he's not the biggest, but he's one of the biggest, and he's on the biggest SMP server. So it's like these guys are, everybody knows who they are. Iskal, Ethos Lab, Doc M77, Pearlescent Moon. It's kind of, and I know it's like a whole genre you guys might not know or care about, but considering that Minecraft is the biggest genre on YouTube, and these guys are the biggest, they're the biggest connection of networked people on that. It's kind of like, I know it's not a big deal because nobody cares, it's just games, but $1 million is $1 million in your business. You know what I mean?
It is. It is.
Looking for the other part of it.
To leave and not join their hearing, apart from the police advising me not when they posted the tweet to spread the alleged rumors, and when they didn't moderate their Reddit, which is something they have done for every other.
So this is the part that kind of
about the Hermit in the past, even when rumors have been spread that have incriminated a Hermit. I know a lot of you.
So I think I know what he's talking about there. There was a little bit of drama before. I think it's with a guy named Good Boulderfist or something like that. It's like an older one. But so what they generally do is they try to make this as wholesome as possible. They are completely averse to anything that even could be perceived as like not kid friendly. And so on their Reddit and on their Discord, they like actively nuke any rumors, anything. And the fact that they didn't with this guy, he was like, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? It almost seems like, and again, yeah, like somebody does, because like I said, they just invited. You know what? I should pull up the list of Hermitcraft members.
You pissed the wrong person, and basically you're done.
Well, that's
Not
what
the
I'm
wrong
wondering, right?
person with
All
connections.
right, list
or
of
like-
members. There we go. So there's BOO, Cub Fan, Doc M, Ethos Lab. These guys have been around for like 10 years on the thing. They're most likely not the problem. They just do their thing. False Symmetry, same thing. She's been on for forever. She's like a middle-aged chick in Britain. The new ones are Gemini Trey, an Australian chick. Where'd it go? Dude, I forgot half these people existed. Pearlescent Moon, I think she's another Australian. Let's see. Smallish Beans, a Brit. Anyways, those two. So those are the two newest ones, and they're kind of like quirky Redditor type women, which, again, I'm speculating here, but they're the only two new people, and it just seems weird that as soon as they come in, that this stuff kind of starts up. So I don't know what to make of it there. But yeah, sometimes all it takes is an accusation that everybody else is just so terrified, right? That they'd rather just play it safe than actually
I'm
worry
wondering
about
what happens
each
to
other.
Vault Hunters. And in the Discord, I am aware
this
that
is the one that
of
gets
the
me too.
developers has been calling shots and publicly trying to take over the project. He has done so without my approval.
Okay, so Vault Hunters he has a series that he does, a mod that he's making, and it's a pretty good revenue stream. I haven't looked into the numbers, but he's put a couple 100,000 into it. It's paid back more than that, and he has a bunch of developers on the back end that he pays to help work on it. And they're trying to pull like a coup on this as well. So they smelled blood in the water. So they're trying to take the project for themselves, which is, again, the IP itself is worth like $250,000. So he's not a fan of that. So now he has to deal with this
I'm
stuff.
fully
And
aware about the back talking of me and the lies that have been spread.
all right, sweet. Why
Ownership
more
of
about
Vault
that part? But the
Hunters,
part I wanted to
its
get to
assets,
is
and all of its funds. Funds that I raised, money that I invested over years into the project. I even drove my company to a loss last year because I really wanted to continue to develop the game. We're talking hundreds of thousands
there we
of
go.
dollars
This part.
here. Now, it needed my signature, and of course I did not comply, and I did not sign it, even if it was sent to me in my weakest, darkest, most horrible days.
Yeah. So here's like the smart thing for any of you guys who ever end up in this. Like they attempted to like, oh, for the good of the thing, you need to give it up, and he's like, no. They will never, and this is such like a 2014 thing to say, man. They will never do any dirty work. They want you to sacrifice yourself for the greater good. And to be fair, I mean, if $250,000 are on stake with me, I'd probably tell you to go F off too. Doesn't matter how depressed I am from losing 10 years of work. Like, fuck you. It's just fascinating that in this day and age, this stuff still happens, and it really is. It's like you were saying, Mish. It's just be very careful about who you let into things. And I have to admit, it's like,
Oh, yeah, dude, especially online people. Honestly, one of the biggest issues. I mean, you keep saying always like, don't work with
yeah, art tarts.
mentally challenged people. Just add to that, don't work with people who are broke or don't have any employable skills.
Yeah.
Because these people will literally stab you in the back for a few bucks.
Oh, that's the part
They're-
that gets me
they're
too. It's such like
rich.
they cash out so cheaply. Like
Yeah.
even the 21Con stuff. I remember Anthony Johnson, he did that. What did he do it for? He did it for a chance to get Stefan Molyneux and Mike Cernovich to show up at his little party once. Sold out his only cash cow, Mr. Roger Tomarso, for one quick meeting with Horatio Troonblower. How sad is that? Bruno, just for the idea of I get to interview him on a thing? Well, holy, you know what I just realized too? This is only number 4 on trending. What the heck are the another 3? I don't want to click that yet.
Because dude, these people, they don't think ahead. That's the issue. They think about what's now.
Yeah,
They don't plan they don't plan a week ahead. So
marshmallow
That's
chest
what-
stuff, absolutely. I mean, I guess he was smart in that he at least structured his business well. That's something I can honestly say is great, and I'm glad he did it. Because, like, if he didn't have the LLC in place, he's got not a Creative Commons license, it's a different name of license, but it basically means he still has control over it, ultimate control. If he didn't have that, if he just kind of like trusted everybody, it's like, oh, we're friends and whatever, he'd have been cooked right now. Absolutely cooked. And apparently they're still trying, because I guess they got a bunch of code themselves. So I don't know how he's organized it. Like, does he have a GitHub page that stores all of his code there in a private thing or not? I'm hoping so, because at least then they can't just like hold code hostage. Because guaranteed, he'll have to take these guys to court for that, and they don't live. I think he's in Britain, and they're not. So the John Anthony lawsuit, when he tried to sue MLD Don, taught me if you want to be in Brazil and sue a guy in Japan, it's a big fucking deal, and doing it over like $100,000 is just not worth the expense.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things you just have to accept as a risk. It's basically as if there's no law, because the hurdle to get your money back is so high, and the guy's broke anyway. I mean, he's earning $60K a year working on code. Like, what do you think you're going to be able to sue him for, right? Just boggles the mind, man. All right, one sec.
It breaks and cancelled me and the community we built. But here's the thing. Vault Hunters brought joy to so many people, including
no, that's
myself.
not the part I was looking for.
Proven innocent. Gives too much power to the wrong people. It happens to people daily. And pitchforks are easy to equip. Very easy to equip. It's not a world I want to be part of. Because behind every cancellation, there's a human that gets hit. And man, does it hurt. The goal here was clearly to delete me from the internet, to make sure to do as much damage as possible to my person, to break me mentally, and to break every single window and burn every single bridge for me. It's an evil, inconsiderate course of action, designed solely to harm, and I will never lower myself to that level. Whatever will be, will be. I will wait patiently for the police to do their thing, and to finish the investigation that I asked them to start. And it's time for me to move on. I have entertained people for years. Never before have I burdened you with my troubles or private life. I am sorry that I had to do it today. So, here we go. A burnt down world, a fractured mental health situation, and no bridges to walk on. Luckily, I am quite decent at building
Law of the
bridges.
sea, exactly.
Wooden ones with
Exactly.
spruce logs, oak planks, and some trapdoors, or stone ones, which I much prefer. Thank you to all who have stood by me in this. A big special thank you to all my patrons who are still supporting me. I hope to see you again soon. Keep an eye out on my Twitch and YouTube channel.
I don't know why. That always makes me laugh.
My life is
I'm
full
like,
of questions. How do I
oh
clear?
yeah, no, we don't care about that. I don't care about dude, I don't know how people do YouTube without premium. I haven't done premium in so long. It just boggles the mind. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. It's like, I don't know why. Just the creeper TNT explosion at the end. I've been raked through the mud. I've lost $250,000. All of my network of business associates in the last 10 years have turned against me. I have a police investigation. Bye-bye. I know, it is. That's the part that gets me. It's like, I suppose, I don't know, does the visual juxtaposition there, like, does that matter? Like, if he had done that with because his face is out there, people know what he looks like. He's been to panels and stuff like that at Minecon, so it's not like he has to worry about his anonymity. But would it have had a better effect if he was just speaking into the camera like everybody else used to do with their apology videos with the jump cuts and that? I don't know. I kind of enjoy it more when it's got that, like, just staring at a guy in a Minecraft world vibe to it. I think it, like, while he's talking about it in all seriousness, I think it does at least acknowledge, like, do realize we're talking about a game here too. Very serious stakes from his personal end, but for everybody else, it's just, I just wanted to watch some guys blow up some creepers, you know? Maybe. I think, honestly, and it might just be a brand thing, because his channel is all just, you know, on-screen brand stuff, so he might have just been sticking with the aesthetic there. There's really like no precedent for this. Like everybody else who's ever been had a cancel mob thrown at them, they've never been in a position like that. I think Dream was the last one, and Dreams was just, I don't know, Dream kind of had it coming. Like he was definitely, he didn't do anything illegal, but he sure as hell gave everybody all the ammo they needed to use it. Yeah, Red Morning with Ryan's Minecraft Abby. How funny would that be, huh? Anyways, I've been ignoring you guys for too much. Where's what Discord? What do we got here? I see Jack, I see Mish, and just me. Oh, good, it's the three of us.
Maybe next time he can just buy a Toyota Tacoma and yell from there. I have been accused.
That's
Or
the other.
cry.
That's the other
I mean,
thing, yeah. That he didn't cry. He kind of kept to a proper statement. Like I'm pretty sure he had his legal team look over it, which is smart. You say what you want about the fact that it's just some like video game thing, but you gotta admit he handled it much better than just about any grown-up adult that I've ever seen. You know? I think
Funny.
Nelly was the only other one who went straight to the cops. He's like, suing this person for defamation. I'm not going down like this. I mean, it's Nelly, so he already wasn't anything, but it's not like there was any career to nuke, but whatever. So it's good. I like it. I like convergent evidence. I like seeing this happen. I mean, I don't like seeing it happen, but I like seeing the reactions to it from all different corners because it kind of gives you some more confidence. And then if it ever happens to you, it's the same thing that this guy did. It's the same thing this guy did.
I
Picture-
gotta say, I am a little bit disappointed that he did not use the phrase, I have the receipts. That would have finished it. It's like, I have the receipts.
Yeah. Turn it into like a bit of an entertainment shtick, go all Tate on that. Which,
A
by the
little
way, his
bit.
court case is back on, so that's pretty exciting.
No, but a little bit of reference to Pro Jared. It's like, I mean, say whatever you want about Pro Jared, like, have your opinions, but he handled it. He handled it.
Yeah. I don't even know if he knows Pro Jared. That's the other thing. Like, I don't. It's easy for me to think, how does he not just do it, like, but he might not know. He's a continent away. I think he's Swedish, living in Britain. So it's like, how the hell would he know who Pro Jared is? He's also, I think he's too young for that. He's 84, so that makes him 90. Oh, so he's 40. Yeah, so
Then
he's
he
like 40
probably
years
would.
old. I guess he would know who Pro Jared is.
Yeah, probably.
That would be pretty funny. I'm just looking forward. Like, I really do want to follow that to find where the police investigation and the solicitor goes. Because if, like, everybody's like, oh, Trump's back, everything's good. And if it ends up being he gets to, like, sue Hermitcraft, and I like the Hermitcraft guys, but I think this is kind of one of those lessons that needs to be given. Where, like, you can't just nuke people because one of your goofy chicks in your Discord chat decides to be all clout chasing. I don't know. You never know. And then, like, if those guys all go down, if that whole thing kind of gets nuked and goes down, what's going to replace it? There's always going to be need for people to watch, like, just like a calming video game stream of guys kind of enjoying the game and bantering amongst each other. Because they're like the Good Mythical Morning of Minecraft. Do you guys know Good Mythical Morning or no?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that, guys.
All right, so it's
Rhett,
Lincoln. The guy's name's Lincoln Rhett. They were evangelical Christians. They moved to LA, and they've had like a kind of a long history doing a bunch of different stuff. Pretty funny. And they've kind of settled into their niche now, which is a podcast called Good Mythical Morning, which is mostly they like. Do you remember old talk shows like Tonight Show and all that stuff, where they used to have little skits in between the guests?
Yeah.
Okay, so they basically just do that. So, like, they'll play a game where they throw darts at a dartboard to guess the thing that they ate. Oh, this is from Malaysia, and then they try to hit the board with the Malaysia thing. Bunch of theater kids behind them. It's very sanitized. It's very, I mean, it's popular as shit. And this is like the Minecraft version of that, so I find it absolutely fascinating. No, I haven't. Don't mind me. Dogs needed eye drops.
You always use a link for your female feminist meme.
Oh, yeah, the hamburger one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. One guy's, is this a rant stream with a black background? It's supposed to be a T-Rex. I just don't want to play anything right now. I guess I could put something in the background.
How's
Ugh.
Cuphead?
There's a bunch of new games out there, man.
It's not that. I'm just stressed and busy. Like every time a book launches, I always freak out because I'm like, this one's gonna bomb. It's gonna do nothing. I've wasted all like a year of time. I've wasted thousands of dollars, and then it's gone. All right, so here let's. Oh no, I have to do this because the Discord doesn't work, and I'm terrified that's gonna happen again this time. And it never does, but I always freak out, and then. You know, the
It's
dog
okay.
just started getting some lipids on his eyes. We had to take him down there. It's a bunch happening all at once, you know?
I mean, it's okay to be worried. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, you're gonna do fine." No, be worried, man. I mean, it's a healthy thing. Of
You
course,
mistake this. I'm not looking for reassurances.
no, of course not. Of course, you're gonna be anxious. You know, I mean, you worked hard, and who knows what will happen. Pre-orders are going well, so
I mean, they're not as good as fuck files, but nothing has been, which is I didn't realize this until I kind of did like an old look through all the stuff. Fuck files really did well. Like I don't think about it as much as I should, but I mean, it did pre-orders twice as good as Prax Volume 3, which is like I've been the biggest brand I have for that. Dog Walker's catching up. It's about halfway towards Praxeology 3. I was trying to see if I could still pull that same kind of thing. The girl thinks it's because I haven't done like a episode with Rich or something like that, but I've never seen the YouTube collabs translated to any of this stuff, so I don't know.
dude, I did some research on the whole collab thing,
Mm,
and because there's a couple of guys I watch, and I know they did not buy followers, but I
right?
do know that they did a lot of collabs. So I reached out to them and I was like, "Hey, when did your channel start to grow? And when did you do the collabs?" And they were like, "Yeah, around the same time." I'm like, "Wait a minute. Most of your subs came from the collabs, and the only reason these people subbed to you was because they wanted to watch the content you do with their main YouTuber."
Oh, so
That's
they
why
just wanted to watch the
they
other guy on your thing, is what you're saying.
No, it's like when you get the 10,000 YouTube, the 10,000 subs, but they
Mm-hmm.
only get like 100 views, maybe 200.
Yeah.
Like that gives, I mean, you have questions. But then you look at their collab videos and it's like, "Oh, that's where the 3,000 views are." So most of the subs they have are from the guy they collabed with, is what I noticed. And then I
Basically, a
found
sub
this
doesn't
one.
mean anything, you know? It's
No,
just
subs
somebody.
doesn't mean anything anymore. It's
Yeah,
all view count. View count is what matters most.
fair enough.
Well, it's from my experience, it's a bit of everything. So the subscribers, they're the initial pool of people that your video will be shown to see if it reaches certain CTR and view count thresholds. So having a bigger
Mhm.
subscriber count helps you get that initial burst, where it's a lot harder as a smaller channel. And that's kind of where, if you had to buy impressions, that's where the advantage of that comes in as a smaller channel. But you are right. It's some combination of click-through rate, of view time, and not having people leave the platform after your video. They want people on there. So if your video gets people to click on other videos, even if the retention is low, that's good. Just like as long as it keeps you here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of got the same problem. Well, I guess problem that Twitter has. You know, Twitter where they don't let you link to anything, but they just shred your engagement if they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry I cut you off. Please continue.
Oh, no. That was kind of it. Where yeah, I found this one video. I found one video talking about it, why big channels don't do shout outs anymore. And it kind of confirmed what I was thinking, that yeah, you collabing with, I don't know, somebody with 100,000 subs is actually more damaging to your channel than it's good, so to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ed Lattimore's even saying just linking to it from the outside the platform might not be a good thing, which I'm kind of wondering about that myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, if somebody comes there because they followed me on Twitter and I send them a link to Six String Samurai, they come view it, they don't view anything else, it looks like a negative for the channel. His theory is just trust the algorithm, so I don't know. Which, I mean, I can't, to be fair, I mean, Six String Samurai is a very, very obscure film, and it died. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody! Yeah, it's like the worst performing one on the channel. But that's fine. I think the next one I'm going to do is Tom Berenger's Sniper.
I mean, I'd still collab with you on my channel where you just speak for 2 hours so I can sit back. But you know.
It's a fun little business we're in, boys. It's a fun little business.
I watched Hardboiled just before coming on. It's awesome, dude.
Oh, I know. I want to do that one so bad, but I don't want to do it yet. Like, I want to save it for when I can really, but then I'm like, why don't I just do it?
Wait, which one? Cardboard?
Hard boiled.
Hard-boiled.
Oh, hard boiled. Sorry.
You know this one, right?
I think I do.
John Woo, Chow Yun Fat.
1992.
Is it 92? I thought it was 86 or something like that. Now I have to know.
Wait, isn't
Nin-
that Widemore
92.
Please's favorite film?
It's 92. It's 92.
It's like everybody's favorite film. Oh, it is 92. Jeez. This came out 2 years after Die Hard?
Wow.
Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, it's the best Hong Kong film ever. It's peak. It literally is peak cinema. I know I say that as like a marketing thing, but it is.
I like
The
it
set
better
pieces.
tomorrow, but
Silence for no other reason than it's awesome.
Yeah, and there's no nudity in it. I can't do the gimmick. Somebody was noticing, like, you haven't talked about gratuitous nudity for no reason other than it's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. Exactly. Sean's saying the same thing. It's the Hong Kong cinema. It's
Yep.
gone now.
Yep.
It was just that nice combination of British law and Chinese creativity came together, and we had like a 30-year period there, and only really 10 years of good stuff. Van Damme filmed a review of Hard Target or Bloodsport. I mean, I'd probably do Bloodsport. Since they nuked King of the Kickboxers again anyway, Bloodsport is most likely the one to do. It's because, like, with older films, if you guys don't know this, in older films, there was always, like, the rule of threes for everybody. Van Damme had Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and or Cyborg, technically, but I think it's kind of better to say it's Hard Target. Seagal had Hard Target, Out for Justice, and Under Siege. Schwarzenegger had Commando, Total Recall, and Terminator. Stallone had Rambo and Rocky, and then his third one was what was the third one of his? I used to have this whole thing on a rant, but yeah, everybody kind of had three of the big movies that kind of made them who they are. Oh, and the whole police story. And that's the other thing. Do I start doing Jackie Chan? Because I don't know if you guys have ever watched Rumble in the Bronx, his first... I just realized I'm talking too loud. I have a new mic, and this thing is sensitive.
Wait. Oh, now
I
I
don't
see.
know.
You do have a new
Yeah.
mic.
there's a
Yeah, I was going to do it for the
1985
audiobook, but it took too long to get here, so it's all recorded with the SM57. Problem with this thing is, like, I'm clipping. It's so loud, and I have the thing cranked down right now. Got phantom power, super sensitive. I don't know, we'll
hear
see.
you pretty normally, actually. Pretty well.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
American.
Is it for the audiobook or no?
Well, it's just in general, but yeah, it was going to be for the audiobook. Sam Botta wanted me to get a shotgun mic, but I decided against it. The resonance chamber thing, I guess, doesn't work well inside. So,
Is
do
it a
3
Shure?
ninjas. No. This one is, what the hell do they call it?
I love how we were able to make fun of Cappy with his high-tech new Shure mic, Mr. Minimalist himself.
Yeah. He gets the marketing one too. It's the same mic as my SM57. It's just got a bigger resonance chambers, but other than that, it's identical. What is this one called? One sec, I have to look it up. Where is my orders? That's it. SE Electronics. It's the Dynacaster. Dynamic broadcast microphone with built-in preamp, so I get plus 30 decibels of like super power with phantom 48 volt power in this thing. I guess technically what I can do, sorry if this clicks the thing, but I should be able to do this. And even at this range, it still sounds clear enough. Let me know if it sounds better or worse.
It sounds
sounds
fine.
sexy.
Aw, thanks, man. Yeah, you guys here talking about movies. So American Ninja blows my mind. I knew like everybody knows American Ninja. I didn't realize how successful it was for Canon Films. They spent like $1 million on it, or $2 million. It made $180 million. That's more money than Rambo 3 made. And then you watch it now, and it's like this goofy melodrama. The action is bad. The dialogue is bad. Like the plot is fine. It's a simple one, but it's like a Hardy Boys novel. Oh, damn it. That's the other problem with this mic. It's heavy. Apologies there. I know that kind of. Yeah, but sure, you can never go wrong. Yeah, I think it's part of it's the idea that if somebody else is doing it, I can't do it just to be popular. I hate to have the SMB7 that everybody else has, and it's just like boilerplate. So I just had to be different.
You didn't get the 58, so you could use it to hammer a nail into a wall.
It is a pretty beast. It is beastly, man. I love that thing.
So, what's nice too about it is you can get it secondhand and it just works. It still works.
Yeah. I mean, this thing's been around since like the 50s or 60s or 70s or something like that.
Yeah.
It's funny too when you take off all the accoutrements to it, you realize it's just like a small cigar-shaped thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My dad graduated, I think, digital comms engineering.
No shit.
He pointed to a radio and he pointed to an ultrasound one day and he said, "That radio is more, advanced tech than the ultrasound. The ultrasound's very simple principles.
Yeah.
But that radio right there is a lot more complicated than the ultrasound." And I was like, "Wow, really?"
Has to be special, son of a bitch. Although, plus with the shotgun mic, it's got a long cigar tube to it, so you have the joke where you have to start blowing it, and I don't want to do that. It's too easy.
Everyone gets the big mic to show off, right? That's
Yeah.
sick.
Actually, you know what? Damn it. I don't want to, but I should. All right, here, I'm going to run through some tests while we're doing this.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, well, it's mostly, I want to see how it handles, like, does it pick up button presses and stuff like that? So we're going to...
I can hear the click of your mouse through the Discord audio. Don't know if that says anything.
We'll figure it out.
That ain't good.
Jack,
Oh, that's
I sent
weird.
you a film on DM. I think you relate to the main character a lot.
Wait, which DMs? Oh, there we go. Twitter.
It's,
Yeah, the American Ninja movies were always on when I was a kid. Some mini sequels, I got to watch it. Yeah, it's funny. I checked out because I was doing that for research on a lot of the stuff. And it was, the first one did amazing, and everyone did about half as well as the one before it. So it made it to about American Ninja 4 before it became cost prohibitive. So a question for you guys then. What I'm listening for is like, do you hear the clicks from the controller? Does it pick up that? And is it pretty good at leveling out the audio compared to the 57?
Oh, are you playing?
I just put on Tekken. I don't know, whatever.
Are you playing with the controller right now or no?
Yeah, it's called a Hori pad. It actually has instead of that little flat plastic mat that every keyboard in that has now, it actually has proper switches inside of it, so it tends to click.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you can hear that.
I hear a little bit, but not that.
Let me
not that
turn the
loud.
audio up. There we go. Let's see. I don't hear it.
Wait,
Well, that's
playing
good.
It now? Are you playing with it now? Okay, so yeah, I don't hear it.
No.
What the hell?
Like,
If you're playing with it now, we don't hear it. Yeah.
Like
That's good.
Dante with films, like what I'm gonna do now, because Watson is very much into old films as well. I just check out what Ryan reviewed on Orion, and I'm like, hey, have you watched this one? He's like, no. Well, check that one out. We tried the Kickboxers, but we couldn't find it on the 7 Seas, sort of say.
Yeah, with the indie ones, it's a little bit harder. Oh man, I'm just getting owned here.
So, like, Watson saw the trailer for King of the Kickboxer, and he's like, I'm not gonna watch that. Fuck
Do
you.
you know how to? I don't know how. I don't know if it's legal to talk about, but do you know how to torrent?
Oh, shh.
Okay.
We couldn't find it.
Okay, I'll side chat you.
That's what I mean where when I say we couldn't find it on the 7 Seas. Yar.
Okay.
Oh,
It's the purple
Dante,
sea.
all you ethnics don't know your euphemisms.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. No context.
It's all right.
Hey, Dante. Why don't pirates
Yeah.
know the alphabet?
Why?
Because they're stuck at sea.
You son of a bitch.
horrible, but I love it.
Yeah, see, like, right now, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Wait, King of the Kickboxers is on YouTube?
Probably.
No. Wait, so you get copyright striked out the wazoo for a film that is on YouTube?
I have a feeling that the company that does... Is it Golden Frog?
I don't know.
The one that has it on YouTube?
Holy shit, the full movie! Triple F full free film.
Yeah, so that's a company called Golden Frog that releases that channel. So it's actually theirs.
Oh.
I've been dealing with them on emails for the longest time. Dude, I'm making so many stupid mistakes.
It's on YouTube? What? A whole new world has just opened up for me.
Shouldn't you be able to, like, say it's transformative? What was the back and forth again?
Yeah, but it's... 1 second here.
Go ahead.
They can do whatever they want. I can say it's transformed, it could be legal, and they could say, all right, take it to court.
Okay.
Oh, my opinion? I don't like Clive on here. I don't think he's a good character. I don't enjoy playing against him. I found him to be kind of annoying. Mind you, I find this king annoying too, but that's mostly because I'm just doing stupid stuff.
Have you figured out what you're gonna do with the Dog Walker audiobook?
I'm probably just going to record it. The technical choices, I've looked through a couple other options, and it's just going to be very simple. I'm going to read it all with a single voice.
Okay.
I'm not going to do like AI for anything or any of that stuff.
I hear you. Or you can do what I did with the Book of Hook. Just do a
What's that?
horrible female impression.
Well, Nick actually had a good idea. It's like just soften your voice a little bit for the part, so that way people can tell it's a different thing.
I love the fight Rex had with Mike. Did she
Oh.
kill you? You.
Oh, I think that ended it for me. Dude, the problem is, it's like, with the new Tekken is, they reward risky offensive play, but you have to have defense too. It's just, I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it as much as you should.
I haven't played Tekken since, what, middle school or something?
Oh, so like Tekken 3?
Yep, that was the one. PlayStation 1 came out and everybody was like, Tekken 3, it's awesome.
Oh, you actually... Oh, so like Legend, you actually played 16. I didn't know anything about Clive.
How many... You stopped at Final Fantasy 7, right? Or 6?
I think 7. I just didn't... I don't know. I don't know what happened, but...
Did you
There
ever
we
play
go.
Chrono Trigger?
Oh yeah, Chrono Trigger I played. It's been forever since I remember anything about it, though.
Secret of Mana.
Yeah, it's every decision I make is the wrong decision, and it drives me nuts.
Dude,
The
I
only
had to play
thing he does
on
there is after he does that dick punch he does. Yeah, see? Wrong thing. I shouldn't have ducked. Should not have ducked. And everything is just... Every mistake is so punishing. But if you just play defensive, then they just break you open with like, oh, I have one shot at this. Here's hoping he does... Of course, he does the dick punch. Yeah, I don't know. This game's just not working for me. It's something about me or something about the game. I don't know. I don't find it fun. I don't find it enjoyable.
Hmm.
Anyways, Yeah, Chrono
Anyway.
Trigger. I remember liking that one. I remember even liking, what was it called? Luffy something or other.
Mm-hmm.
All the JRPGs from the old Super Nintendo days. I just enjoyed them.
They were great. That's why I like the 3DS so much. They had that entire library of the Super Nintendo on there. Those were the days. Like, you haven't played Nintendo in ages, right?
Oh yeah, ages.
The Mega Man 2 references, though, in Dog Walker are amazing. Like, look, I'm not fluffing you, okay? I'll make some snarky remark about you later on so that you
Thank you,
know-
sir.
Yeah, so I mean, then you can feel better about me complimenting you. But there's like through Dog Walker, there
Mhm.
are these subtle references where it's like, I get it, and you wouldn't. It's not that you wouldn't get it if you're not in TRP. Like you've written it in a fashion that somebody who is not familiar with TRP would understand it.
Yeah.
That's what
Setups.
I love so much about it, where it's like, holy shit, he used it in such a good scenario that, yes, the message comes across. Now, I know it because I've been in TRP for ages. Well, not for ages, but long enough. But it's like, a novice or just somebody who's reading this, it would get them thinking. That's
Hope
what I
so.
like so.
One sec. He's good at throw breaking. I'm not, but he is.
Kick his ass.
I hate that stupid can-cans.
From Blacklist.
But like
Who'd
the
you
whole
blacklist?
Uh-oh.
This chick that we were gonna hire, she just sent an email like 2 days before she started that she got a better offer, and she cannot join us because she has a baby. So not only that she lied about having children,
Uh-oh.
she intentionally pushed the start date just to use our offer to get a better offer.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big no-no when you're looking for a job.
Very
So
good.
See, they do it a lot over here, so it's not seen as a bad thing. So I guess that's a cultural difference.
dude, she's gonna go on a blacklist, man. Like I have
Oh, yeah?
these groups with all of these recruiters from all over. We just drop names or watch out from this person. He did this and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh, I
good
see. So you're
luck
like a little
trying to
so you canceled them like Iskel.
It's like it's a little cartel. That's
But it's like, I mean, dude, honestly, like she wasted like 2 months, okay, of hiring process, which costs a shit ton, dude. Like
Right.
if you calculate how much recruitment costs, my salary alone is gonna be a shit ton. Right?
Yeah.
And like I have
Yeah, I
two
get
people working under me. Yeah.
do
Now-
do what you gotta do, man. Like there's some bad people applying for jobs out there. I get it. I totally get it.
I would have respected her if she told me from the beginning that she has a child and she cannot do the type of work that we do. I mean, like, I would not wasted any time from the beginning, but she intentionally lied about it. And
Yeah.
that's just a big no-no, dude. Like, don't lie about it.
Yeah.
And word gets around is kind of
I mean,
the
if
truism,
if she was very honest from the beginning, I would just forwarded her CV to other recruiters that would help her out. But now she's gonna go on a blacklist, and good luck finding a job after the job you found.
There we go. Oh.
You sure? Are you actually at work right now?
I've been off.
No,
dude,
he
since-
has a month off.
Yeah, I've been off since.
Oh.
They send me back home to take care of a few things. Like we had this this forum thing that we had to attend. It was like a 3-day thing. Then after that, we had some award ceremony that we needed to attend because we
Yep.
were supposed to win an award, but we got nominated, but we didn't win it. So, and
man.
yeah, and my manager's like, dude, just go chill with your family. Come back after we finish from all of this stuff. So,
Oh.
so it's been almost a month, dude, just sitting home. Like I totally worked like 6 days total.
Like that. I didn't even break the defense there. He's just fucking with me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I know. I guess there's a point where you have to explain it in the process. I don't know when that would be for you specifically, but I always find that it's one of those things where. Remember how Rolo always has the don't talk a girl out of sleeping with you? You make her come up with a reason for it. It's kind of like that I treat it as. So maybe I have some disqualifying thing, maybe I don't. But if it doesn't get to that point of the process where I'm obliged to tell you, I just don't bother. Which I don't know if that's what she did or not, but because like usually once you make an actual offer, that's I would say like by then you probably should have mentioned something.
Yeah, so the thing is, even if they get an offer and you want to let them down nicely, basically, there's the tricks to do that. Like I've done that in a recent job where they sent me an offer, and it was a bit below expectations. So I didn't want to burn bridges, and I just came back with my expectations and how much I need to make the move, and I made sure that it's outside their budget, so the rejection come from their side, not from me. At least I will not be burning any bridges.
Right.
Yep.
That's
It's
smart.
it's not a never again. It's maybe next time.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah, not now. Sure. Yeah, not now.
Not now. I have a headache. Not now.
Yeah, I used to burn
Don't
a
double
lot
up
of
on those
bridges when
lows,
I
you
was
son of
young.
a bitch.
I used to burn a lot of bridges when I was younger.
We all do.
Probably not the best thing.
Uh-oh.
You kind of realize that you need people around you in order to be, like, have options or to be happy.
No man is an island, I guess.
One man is a couch.
Hey. I mean, it goes back to the whole 48 Lost thing, like, isolation is dangerous, and blah, blah, blah. And when you read through the metaphor, it's like, oh, that's what he means. It's like, yeah, that's what he means.
Yeah, dude, Legend. Since you're young, it's always gonna be shitty, honestly, because like literally have no experience and you're competing in a very tough market. Yeah. I mean, the only thing is you gotta suck it up. Get more experience, get certifications, and whatever is needed in your career or like industry you're working in, just to make you hard to be replaced, and someone people want to hire.
Yeah.
No, Sheen, it's not even about that, dude. Like it's I agree with the female, the HRs being a female mentality thing, but the thing is, you're wasting money and time for people, and if you fuck around in business, you're gonna find out. It's basically the same concept. Like if you,
Oh,
it's like
reputation.
yeah, it's a business deal. Like we agreed on something, and you just back up out of it. Like there's gonna be repercussions. It's the same thing anyway. And I'm doing favor to everyone just to watch out from this candidate, just to not waste everyone's time. So it's not about burning bridges, really. It's just about not wasting your time, because your time is money, dude. And
Well, for
you're
her,
gonna
it's not
only-
about not burning bridges. For you, it's not wasting time and money.
Yeah.
You gotta let people down while they feel good about it,
Well, saving face, I think, is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, like, even if you want to use the offer to get a better offer somewhere else, just let them go nicely. Like, dude, you're like letting check go nicely. Like it's not you, it's me, kind of thing.
Yep.
You know.
Oh,
She could
yeah.
have handled it 100 other ways. She could have just came back with the offer and asked for more, and we're gonna say no. Then she's gonna have the offer. Nobody is gonna ask her to turn the offer because it's digital. So.
Yeah. Life ain't so bad when you leave your ego at the door. Like, I don't need to be right. I just want everybody to be happy, and then we can move on.
Yep.
No issues whatsoever.
Yeah, not burning bridges and having good reputation, being charming and all of that stuff. I had a recruiter reach out to me recently, like, I think a month ago.
Yeah.
This guy, I remember back in 2020, he got me an interview, and I don't know the guy. There's nothing between me and him, but the guy was working extra hard to ensure that I get hired. But me and the hiring manager, we didn't click. Like he didn't want a guy in the job. He wanted a chick. So, the recruiter, because I was charming with the guy, I was nice and everything. He reached out to me a month ago, and he was, looking into hiring me in a different place. I told him, dude, I'm happy where I am. And he's been trying very hard just to get me to attend an interview. Told him I'll think about it.
Nice.
That fucking hop kick. I hate King's hop kicks so much. Thank God they always double up on that little nut punch. What are you saying here? People are not going into them. Reason AI agents, MBA's top of the decline. Really? Ooh, that's not good.
Into the distance.
The thing I love is my, Ooh, how did that work? What are we saying here? Reports BS. Yeah, the whole thing, I didn't... Definitely now that I know the options, that I don't have to put up with it, it is not something I want to go back to unless I absolutely have to.
Water cooler talk with your coworkers. Did you see the game?
Oh, I don't mind that stuff. That's the thing. Alright, he ducks a lot when I'm taking my turn. He loves to interrupt me too. Damn it, I should have broke that. Doesn't use a lot of lows, but I'm not giving him a reason to. Not breaking throws, not using lows.
Oh. I mean, sometimes you watch these animations and you're like, that's gotta hurt. You know? It's like, damn, a fucking knee to the cheekbone. It's like, oh, damn.
It is, it's all interruptions. Maybe I should just stop doing anything slow. Alright. Let me see if I can condition him to duck. I can!
Which one is the martial arts with the elbows again? Is that Muay Thai?
It's one of them, yeah.
Oh god, like, oh no, that one just looks like it hurts.
Damn it! Giant swing. That's the most damaging throw in the game. It's a one break, and you always have to keep an eye about it. He's got like 8 different setups, and I should know all of them, but I'm screwing it up. AI is going to prove it all be hype and no substance. Yeah, I'm wondering, man, with the new AI hype stuff and the new Chinese one going in, DeepSeek or whatever they call it, I'm kind of curious where this is all going.
Oh, dude, the AI has been fucking amazing, honestly, with me. I've been using it for the past year and a half. Made
You
my
like
life so
it?
much easier. Oh, dude, it made my life so much easier.
Why did I do that? That was a bad break.
Wait, let's see.
So another setup I do there is where I just duck in front of them. And they're expecting me to do lows, and I can actually come in with that high crushing sword sweep, so it actually puts me in a neat position. They're expecting that. Dude, is that really a frame trap? So frame traps, he gets it so you set it up so if I push a button, I automatically lose the interaction. That's a frame trap. Ooh, that was nice.
Uh-oh. Boom.
It's fine, I got the health to get past it.
Oh. You got him. Wait.
Yeah, but if your job can be automated by AI, it's probably always... Well, I mean, most jobs are automated nowadays.
It's a mix. So if you pay attention to, if you're really good at paying attention to the things that matter, then you will not be automated. You will not be automated. But if it's just, if you're kind of being a zombie at work, then yeah.
I mean, it's the same with writing, right? Like, even with code, I don't think, and please correct me if I'm wrong on this, Dante, you know a lot more about it than I do. Like, even with coding, right? AI can't do everything. There needs to be a human element in there somewhere.
Well, the thing is, all the AI knows is, okay, here are these certain patterns that kind of look like what you're looking for. But they don't.
Damn it, he
understand
interrupts
the
everything. Oh, that son of a bitch. Demotion. Yeah, most things are automated in general. That's why, and maybe it's just Canada. Canada, it's like a weird thing where a lot of our jobs are just UBI programs. Like most government jobs. I have a bunch of friends whose wives or that are having them, and they just show up and they're like lifting rocks up hills and then letting them fall back down. They're Sisyphus stuff. And they're earning 60 grand a year. It's like a quarter of our population is essentially just given a make work job to keep busy. No gainful employment. And everybody's talking about how AI is going to take everybody's job, but it's like so many of these jobs just don't matter and they're kind of a drain.
Yeah.
But if I start talking
if
about Canada, I'm going to get
AI
angry, so whatever.
If you're too worried about AI getting your job, I mean, that means you're not doing a really good job.
You're not useful. Yeah. You're not
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing, though. A lot of people aren't useful. Like, a lot of people. And you know that saying where if you owe the bank $1 million, that's your problem, but if you owe the bank $1 billion, that's the bank's problem?
Yep.
It's kind of like that now. Oh, Dynmap's out. That's good. All right, I got to upgrade the server. That's the thing. Everybody's not useful. Everybody's replaceable, so now what? AI just does all the jobs and nobody works?
Yeah.
Get a bunch of UBI programs out? What happens then? What do you think people are going to do? They're going to vote Kamala. What happens to all the useful people who are still useful? They get voted out of... What's that democratic thing where democracy is 6 wolves and 4 sheep voting on what's for dinner? Yeah, HR bloat, all of that. Just bloat. And everybody's fighting hard to make themselves look vital and useful, so it's all just like a bunch of lies. I don't know. I don't know where it ends. And I'm just glad I'm not in there to have to work it out with you guys.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how stupid people are.
HR is full of shit, and I can see that on LinkedIn. Everyone is just using AI to write posts for them, just for engagement and shit like that, and they're acting. It's so cringy when you read it. Like they wanna make HR look something that it isn't. And they're bullshitting, and everyone knows that they're bullshitting. Like I've seen some people write posts about the recruitment experience and not ignoring the candidates, and giving the candidates a better experience, like replying to them and keeping them updated and all of that bullshit. And you can see the comment section of those posts. People are saying, I sent you a message like a month ago and you never replied about the job that I applied for and you guys interviewed me for. It is obviously that. These people, they don't even think, like before they post anything. Like literally, I rarely post anything on LinkedIn, except it's like when, something major happens, like I got promoted this month. I posted about that, with the labor awards thing. I posted about that stuff,
But what does that do, honestly? Like, I'm asking, I don't know. What does
So
that do?
it's nothing. It's mostly bullshit just to show people that
Yeah.
I'm doing something and I'm going places. Okay.
Yeah, but
Sort
does
of
that
like
actually have, like, has
marketing.
anybody ever said, like, oh, I've been following you on LinkedIn, let's talk?
It happened. It happened a little bit. Like I've had few people reach out to me about things, interesting things, but mostly it's for the company's image and the branding. You know,
Right?
'Cause I'm in a position where I'm representing the company basically. I'm the voice and the face of the company. So yeah, so like I when I post something, people react to it, people comment to it, and like one of my posts, like the minister himself, he like retweeted on LinkedIn and wrote very good things about it. So it's just basically like it's like Twitter, but with a corporate side.
Yeah,
I
you use it for
suppose.
banging corporate whores. Be for real. Yep.
Fuck, speaking of getting banged like a whore, Jesus. Honestly, like, even with me with Twitter, like, I'm trying some new things, and I don't really see,
Yep.
like, I'm losing the benefit.
Gay stuff.
I noticed.
Like, yeah, followers are going up slowly, sometimes fastly. Money is enough to pay for it, plus a little bit extra, but it's just... I'm just wondering how much all this is actually worth it, because so far the only thing that seems to... Ah, damn it, I fell for that. That seems to matter is that email list.
You'll figure out the secret sauce one day.
I think the secret sauce is really just, get people to follow you there who want to follow. I don't know.
Did you know, and I don't know if you did this on purpose, I really don't, but I was reading Dog Walker, and I just got to the scene where, like, Rex is talking to his mirror image,
Yeah.
and he finally realizes, like, none of this shit matters. Like,
Oh,
you
after
might-
in the parking lot?
No, after Charlie.
Yeah.
After Charlie, where it's like, you might hate John, but he got what he wanted, and now you did too. And it's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, is this applicable to branding?
It's a good question.
Like,
Oh, but yeah, back to your thing. That's on purpose, by the way, where I set things up earlier on and play them in. That's mostly how my writing process worked. Like, I would write down the points that I wanted to hit, and then as I'm going, I'm like, oh, this would be a good spot to add something about a theme here, or that would be like a good symbol that I could use. And then I just go back and fix it as I go.
Yeah, but like,
Jesus.
I know it's applicable to dating, but it's like, is this applicable? This is applicable to branding. Where it's like, a lot of guys sell their souls, but they are getting the wealth. Where it's like, oh. And of course, then the question becomes like, do you want to sell your soul for that amount of wealth? But like, at a certain point, you have to play the game a bit. Just a bit. Like, say whatever you want about Myron. He's got more money than I'll ever.
You gotta make.
I think
you gotta
so.
Make, you gotta make your own choice. Where
Yeah.
you sit on that. You sit on that.
I don't want to be like, I hated him.
I saw your new Substack tweet, Jack. It kind of made me laugh. Was a homeless guy trapped in a hot girl's body or something? So that's
I got it from Dante.
yeah.
No, you got that from Rob, man. That wasn't me.
It's kind of funny, like just the optics of it and the little picture.
Yep, it's good, isn't it?
I hadn't read it yet, but I mean, it just made me laugh.
Yeah, wait for tomorrow, because like it was a previous post, but I was like, look, that was a little bit of my first writing, and I liked it. I liked the idea of the archetype a lot. And I was talking to Colebug. I'm like, okay, let me rewrite it myself first, because I want to add a lot of shit, and then I'll send it to you. And it took Colebug pretty long to edit it, because we had to puzzle a bit. There was a lot of line editing as well. And he did such a great job where it's like, damn. Like, everything's me, but he replaced a couple of sentences where the flow was just better. So, I'm pretty proud of this one.
I thought you were gonna say, Colebug, he really gets me.
Well, he does.
Jesus.
It's nice when you have an editor where it's like, oh yeah, no, he how do you phrase that? I mean, Ryan knows what I mean.
Yeah. Having a good editor is great because he's like, he's outside of your head, but he understands what you're trying to do.
Yes, thank you. He
Gay.
Already.
Well, no, because like in your head, you know exactly what you want to do, but all
Yeah.
anybody can see is what you put down.
Yeah.
In the place of an editor, I read it the morning after and a few days after when I write. That kind of creates the distance for me. But Nick volunteered for one of my posts, so thanks,
Well, that's
Nick.
nice of him.
Shout out to Nick. Yeah.
Can we all agree that that Dante is really AI? I mean, has anybody seen him in real life yet?
Nope.
I'm overweight.
Pandas
all the
don't
way
talk.
out.
Everybody knows that.
Exactly.
We're gonna die in a few years anyway.
Pandas can't type.
That's right. Their poles are too big for keyboards. Yep.
I just found out today that pandas basically eat bamboo because it's an adaptation.
Yeah.
They're actually carnivores, but then you put them in a place filled with bamboo and no meat, they're gonna eat the bamboo.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
and
do whatever
to
they
John's
gotta
thing,
do.
every writer needs one. I mean, yes, it's like every writer needs one, isn't? But it's the same as like every guy can build his own car. Like you technically can, but the amount of extra work involved, you're better off just writing twice as much and getting better at writing and hiring a guy to edit twice as much so he can edit.
Yep.
Because I think the only way around it is, I find when I was editing my only stuff, the best way to get out of your head is to read it back to front. Don't read it front to back. Because then
Right.
it messes with your brain's ability to see what you were thinking. And you have to wait. Like, you have to give it like a week. So you kind of forget. Like, right now, if I read The Dog Walker, I'd probably be better at editing it. I mean, as much as I can edit, which it's not as great. But if I was a good editor, because I don't remember a lot of it. Like, when Jack told me about that line, I had to remember what he was talking about. Which I find funny, by the way. And I'm like, what the hell's he talking about? Is that in my book? And I look, I'm like, oh, yeah, it is.
What?
Hey, I'm judging you, Mike. Fuck you. I laughed so hard.
And I regret doing 6x9 for books for as long as I did and not switching to 5x8. Oh my god. So, for, like, the praxeology stuff, it makes sense. Because it's kind of more academic, it's nonfiction. But if you just look at just the size alone, like, 5x8 fits in your hand. So when you're reading it...
Solo 5x8?
I have to go check. But yeah, you're
Oh,
reading
come
it,
on.
you can hold it in your hand, and when you flip it over, it's even then, it's like slightly too big. I'd almost want to do 4.5 by 7.5, but I'm like, at that point, it's like, it's one of those like trashy romance novels that's 2 inches thick. But it's
Isn't that
fine. I got
the-
small hands compared to most guys, so I don't think it's going to be a big concern.
Doesn't that make that on point though? Like, it's kind of like that, but for guys,
Maybe. Hope so.
right? Right?
Hope so, you goofy panda of a man, you.
I'm just saying it's good. But now I fluffed it enough. Now I... Luckily,
You know-
it's better than your Tekken skills.
Oh, dude, I'm getting raked over the coals right now.
You know, Ryan's really growing as a person. He's taking fluffing better than he used to.
That is...
You're not
He's like,
wrong.
don't you dare fluff me, you bloody
You're not
bastard."
wrong.
Soon we can give him a compliment without him worrying. Then he can.
Here's hoping this works. Yep.
Thank you,
Don't
sir.
turn your back on me, bitch. I hate Ling Xiaolu. She's got so much evasion that like nothing you do works, and she's got like constant frame advantage. So you really just have to sit there and hope she doesn't beat you out before you find one mistake that she makes.
I
Oh,
do
it's
play
okay.
better with you when you beat up women. Don't know if that's on purpose. Maybe that's
No,
an
he
internal-
he plays worse when he plays women.
The misogynist, toxic.
And he's
toxic
hitting
bastard.
them like, holy shit, damn. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Oh, that 16-year-old Chinese girl's going down.
It's because of the frame boxes, right? That's what you call it.
Frame boxes. No, there's hit. Well, no frames.
Oh, sorry, hit boxes. Yeah, because they have a small hit box.
Yeah.
Harder than
Well,
add a punch.
yeah. There's
Okay.
hit boxes and there's hurt boxes. But yeah, it's not even the small one.
I
It's
like,
like
chat.
16-year-olds have a small hitbox.
Well, she has this stance called Art of Phoenix, which puts her down and actually... Oh, boy, I'm going to get technical here, but...
Boring.
I know.
Hey, I like Chinese girl box too. I'm right with y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Who can refuse a Chinese 16-year-old?
Yeah. A
Well,
small
You know, why
18.
don't you come to me? I'm tired of this bullshit.
You gotta let women come to you, Ryan.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, push pull.
I don't chase, I attract.
Oh. Okay. So there's hitboxes and hurt boxes. Hurt boxes is like usually a cylinder or a sphere that allows you to hit guys. Hurt boxes are the same thing. You have to separate between head and body. Yeah, of course you want to quit. And the way it works is, yeah, sometimes it's just property. So like if I'm over here and your move swings this way, it'll miss. But when you duck, for example, or have a high crush move, it actually removes the hitbox that's on your head. So that's why you'll see, even if he has a move that looks like it should punch me in my goofy panda head there, it won't hit. So it just removes it. And the problem is that chick has this thing called Art of Phoenix stance, which it's about the closest I got to it is my flea stance. And they'll do stuff like this, but they can hold it. And that actually ducks underneath mids. The general rule of thumb is highs you can duck, mids you can't. So if you can duck a high and launch it, but if you try to duck a mid will actually hit you. Lows, if you try to duck a low, you'll block the low. But if you stand, you'll eat it. So it's like a
mids are
rock, paper,
hard.
scissors thing, yeah. But that's the
Mids
problem
are
with her
hard.
Art of
You have
Phoenix
to-
is that it just... She's already removed the head hitbox, and then because of the low evasion, it actually like removes all hitbox interactions. And so anything that should normally work,
Okay.
like most characters will have low reaching moves that are specifically designed for people that are going down. For me, this one works. Sometimes down forward 1, but the down forward 3 definitely work. A lot of stuff like that, it's too high. It'll go over. I keep forgetting, this is actually a really good one. Like, if you look at the... Because you see where the little middle thing pops up there? See how low that one is? So it lets you know, this one's nice and high, but that one is nice and low. It picks people up from the ground in that.
So you're saying the girl's stance is just OP?
Yeah. Oh, it's very annoying to deal with. You kind of just have to avoid it and hide.
Okay.
Because the problem is that move that actually could reach it is so slow that most of her options can beat it out anyway, so I have literally no counterplay.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Makes it interesting.
In this case, I'm just going cheap on this guy. I don't really care.
Well, I feel like I'm so much more knowledgeable now.
Marty, I hate you so much. I can feel that sarcasm. Aren't you Southerners supposed to be sincere and everything?
My sarcasm is very sincere.
Bless your heart. All I'll say.
Bless you, child.
Bless your heart.
It's an art, man. It's an art. I really respect. I really respect it. I really do.
So, are y'all ready for tariffs? Yeah.
At this point, fuck it. What
mean
more
us?
can they do?
Everybody, eat these big tariff dicks coming at you.
Everybody's acting all
We're-
tough here. It's the problem is like there's too many people with pensions and government jobs. They're like cheering this on because they love the idea of us battling the big American and winning like some plucky upstart, like burning down the White House shit.
Oh, no.
Not gonna happen.
But they're not realizing like, yeah, this is going to just screw us over so badly. And then a lot of people, they
Yeah.
understand things are, and inflation is bad, but they don't draw the association between their actions and how they get there.
Yeah.
Is there
actually
any
worried
way
about
that-
coffee.
Is there any
It's-
way that Canada could actually hurt America? I mean, is there anything?
Not really. Like, any hurt, sure, but not anything bad.
Yeah, that matters. Yeah.
Nothing you
Damn.
guys couldn't bounce back from.
Damn, no maple syrup. I guess we'll have to use regular syrup.
Well, that's the thing.
now.
Vermont outdoes us on maple syrup now. You guys automated your system. We still have old
Oh.
dudes with like giant wood fires and stuff. And you guys
nice.
decided to get like weird like irrigation systems set up to collect more with less. It's pretty impressive actually.
Oh,
R.I.P. Maple syrup Canada.
Yeah.
Wait,
Damn.
Wait,
what
how-
whiskey is Vermont from again? I keep forgetting.
What is what?
What whiskey is from Vermont again?
Vermont whiskey? What
not
are you
even
talking
that
about?
one.
There's a whiskey from Tennessee and there's a whiskey from Vermont. I forgot what
Kentucky?
it's called. Oh,
Yeah, it has
Kentucky,
to be
not
Kentucky
Vermont.
to be bourbon.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't think Vermont has their own specific whiskey.
Okay.
Canada is rye, but it's so under like regulated, like the preferences for it. So it's really just make it in Canada, make sure
Whiskey.
some rye is in it. That's their only qualification. So it's like it's all over the map for taste, and it's not very good anyway.
Yeah, there's one hipster in Vermont. I'm sure that's got some kind of off the wall whiskey. So, but yeah, I don't know of him.
Okay.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into it. I bought a bottle of Irish whiskey the other day. It's called a Tullamore Dew. It's supposed to be easier to get into.
What is the premier liquor of the Philippines? What did y'all come up with anything?
We have a thing called basi. So we take like literal sugar cane, think sugar cane, and then we mix it with coconut. I think coconut. Let me double
That
check.
sounds good.
Sounds
You know
like
that?
rum. You basically made coconut rum.
Oh no, it's just sugarcane juice. We don't mix it with coconut. Coconuts are just what we put it in. But sugarcane juice and we ferment it like hard liquor. That's worse than tequila, as far as I can tell. So
like
if you're offered
taste?
basi, you treat that with a little more reverence.
So
Yeah.
if somebody says they're trying to give you bossy, they're not trying to like secretly get you drunk, and rape you.
It's like our tequila, basically.
Okay.
It's like
all
our
right.
tequila.
So
You
if
guys don't
I
like it though.
All right, he's ready for those. He ducks way too much. I should be launching him for that. That's my own fault for not seeing that earlier.
so Bassy goes good with rookies then.
It's a lot of the the guys who swing both ways will use this spot.
Ooh,
No.
if you're
No, they don't.
blonde, if you're blonde and Bob's in Virginia, do you get roofied with Bassy?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
On,
If you're hot blonde with Bob's in Virginia, do you get roofied in with your Bassy?
No, I heard the words. I'm just like, what?
What? Double
is-
take.
I heard your words, sir.
Your
I'm
words.
just saying.
Dude.
What about you, Jack? What's the premier liquor of the Dutch?
Heineken.
Hey, that's not bad. I was thinking it was Dutch. That's Dutch.
Heineken. True Dutch
Really?
beer.
You know, I actually like Heineken. I know a lot of people don't, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's got that floral scent to it.
Ooh, I haven't
Heineken.
had a Heineken yet.
God, what's that called? I know the building is in Groningen. God damn it, what's it called? Hooghout. Which
Oh,
is
Hooghout!
Oh, how I like that name.
in April. Hold up. What's
Uh-oh, you guys actually know a fair bit about the Canadian oil sands, which kind of hurts my feelings because it's like Canada doesn't seem to have any fucking clue.
We have gin. Well, we have gin called Hooghout.
Whole house. I don't know if y'all's language.
We also have Van Gogh vodka, of which I
Oh.
know the designer, and you do too. Funnily enough.
It's true.
Banjo vodka. It'd be funny if, like, in the bottom of a bottle, it had like a gummy ear, like a cut off ear, like in the bottom.
That'd make a nice cocktail, yeah. You could put an ear like fruit, I don't know.
There you go.
Like in the martini glass, I don't know.
Nice. Looks like.
All right, he's just constantly blocking that. I gotta start. I'm not learning from him the matchup knowledge like I should be.
Come on. We didn't come here for mediocre tech and play.
Yeah, I know. None of us did. I didn't even want to. I don't know why I'm playing it.
What did the Dutch that bought like Anheuser Busch? Do they own the Budweiser and everything now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. It's like, our premier American beer is not even American anymore. Kind of messed up.
I don't know about that.
Wait, I thought Anheuser-Busch was the American company.
Yeah, it was. Then they got bought out. Like the
Wow.
European company bought them. Yeah, they're not even American anymore.
I mean, sometimes you guys tell me shit about my country that I don't even know. Like Ryan told me about the chips we make for their Canadian healthcare machines. Now you're telling me we own the American beer?
You make the chips that make that people use to make good bad chips.
Oh no.
No, well, like the Dutch make the machines that make the computers.
Oh, that's right. ASML.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
They're essentially, if they go down, the whole country is like the world is done.
Yep. So you're
It'd be
ASML. There's TSMC. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, for all the best computers in the world, you guys are the ones that make the chips for them.
It's
So that those
the-
best computers in the world can make the average chips for everybody else.
Not so funny now calling me Scandinavian, is it? Hmm?
Well, I still don't know the difference.
You're at the top of the. You're at the top of the
Food chain.
computer. You're the top of the. You're actually at the top of the computer.
Chain.
Computer semiconductor chain. Yeah. You guys are at the top.
Yep.
Oh, it's a shame.
I will
damn it.
accept my honorary American citizenship. Thank you.
Fuck, that's right. You depend on the Dutch for all the chips. Oh,
Yes.
God,
Bow, you shits. Bow.
God, it's
Yeah.
no wonder we haven't gone up in a long.
So that's why we're not as worried about Taiwan. If we lose Dutchland, then
We're
by the way,
screwed.
didn't even think about this, but I realized it. Like the Germans call themselves Deutsch, but the Dutch call it
Yep.
Dutch.
Yep.
So you guys are like the same.
Is it Dutch?
No. So okay. So Germany in German is Deutsch.
Right.
So Dutch in Dutch is Nederlands.
Oh, okay.
And for some odd reason, the Yanks keep saying that the Dutch are actually German. Because it's so like
Ignorant.
you guys call German. So you guys call German German. Though in German it's called Deutsch. And then you call the Netherlands, the language of the Netherlands, you call that Dutch. Where it's like you switched it around.
We're just like nagging y'all.
It's like Jack
Killer nags.
plan. Like
It's
Jack
like in
Net-
the.
Another
It's like in the,
faggot Jack Naftiger.
Yeah.
It's like in the King of the Hill episode. He goes.
Find me his real
"Chinese
fucking name and
are
email me.
Oh god. He couldn't have wrote better comedy than that. It just come out on the fly. I got to give it to the old dumbass.
He's like a woman in that way, where he's just effortlessly funny.
Yeah.
Kind of like John Fitch. Doesn't even need to be. The robot dogs and everything.
And weak men. Chen Fitchy hasn't been around on Rule Zero lately, but I mean, he's busy touring the country and having this kid be small, killing assassins with winning jiu-jitsu tournaments. It's awesome.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
it.
he's focused on jujitsu now, not
Well,
not MMA.
yeah, he's actually really into MMA now. It's pretty cool.
I mean,
Nowhere, John Fitch is into MMA. We don't know what's up with that.
Well, he just had a knack for it. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes how things just click.
what? I mean, did he pivot away from MMA and stick with jujitsu? Is that? I don't know. I'm not updated.
He
yeah,
was-
I know it is.
He did a lot of freestyle wrestling, but he kind of had to learn that as well from his MMA stuff, right?
Okay. Gotcha.
Which it seems to be common. Like my buddy, the one I told you about that was going to the Olympics till his wife got knocked up. he switched over to judo and jiu-jitsu as well. So I think it's just one of those natural things for freestyle wrestlers to switch over to it. Oh, clever.
Judo's pretty, because in judo you can learn to throw people while you stand instead of going to the ground.
There was a time when freestyle wrestling was kind of the meta in the UFC, and then when they got up against people who knew jiu-jitsu, they could take them down, yes, but then fuck, like ground game is just its own thing. So
Yes.
yeah, it's annoying. It's so annoying.
I don't know why they just don't do the Filipino thing and just start having knife fights, you know? Aren't you guys big on the knife fighting techniques?
No.
I don't know.
Or no, maybe it's the
Amazing.
stick fighting I'm thinking of. Danny Inosanto, he's Filipino, is he not?
Yeah, stick fighting is that thing. FMA is kind of weird because you do use props to get things done, where you need like a knife or a stick. Or two
Oh, so you guys are not a
it's-
fan of
it's a
stabbing
split-
people is what you're trying to tell me?
It's a split like tradition from everything from like rapier, like Spanish rapier, and jiu-jitsu. It's very separate from everything. It's so insulated. So when you learn FMA, you can't. It's very hard to apply those principles elsewhere. A friend of mine who got me into like MMA training he was actually FMA first, but then he realized that like it was practically useless. So he learned to box, he learned to wrestle, he learned to do jiu-jitsu, and yeah, that's what he's been focused on now.
I like how I found the origin of jujitsu is keeping you from getting man raped.
Oh, really?
It's like, because one man can't rape you, but two men can, and then three men can rape your mouth too. So,
I thought-
if you keep you learn how to get out of holds.
So hey guys, if you want to help me defend against the Marty graping monetization plans here, feel free to throw in a super chat to the Grape Fund.
Heartfelt or not, we don't care.
Yeah.
I thought the origin story of the Brazilian jiu-jitsu thing was the guy broke his arms. I forget which, but he basically
Royce
can't
Gracie?
fight. Yeah, that guy. And he basically can't fight, so he had to figure out a way for it to work for him, so he could fight people on the ground. That's what he came up with.
It wasn't because his arm was broken, if I remember correctly. It was because he was just smaller. So he had to learn how can I beat somebody who's bigger than me.
Okay.
He did break his arm once in one of like the bigger fights that he was known for, and he had to fight with a broken arm. That part's true as well, but like it's not related.
Okay. Yeah, my mistake.
Painful. You see, Ryan's just better when he's fighting a woman in this game.
He's just wearing a dress. He's not a woman.
Boom. What is a woman?
What?
Uh,
I knew that was coming too.
how come nobody hasn't just said it's somebody with two holes? Come on, there we go.
3 holes.
Or if
Marty.
you want to get technical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 holes.
Wow.
You know. So wait, no, hold on. I'm counting wrong. All right, 2 down there, 2 for the nose. That's 4. 2 for the ears. That's 6. 1 mouth. 7. 7 holes, sir.
You like putting it in her nose?
I think he just meant hole in general.
Yeah, you know. There's
Hey,
some people that are into that.
Just a straight up head count. Just a straight up head count.
That's my
That's
only
probably-
only date African girls with big nostrils.
That's,
Oh.
that's probably a thing somewhere, but I don't want to know.
Yeah, y'all
What
help
have you
out
been up to,
Brian.
man?
Monetize Brian.
That's fine. It's the T-Rex stream. It wasn't monetized. It wasn't worth very much money on the other channel anyway. This one, it's
Wait, what are you gonna do with Digital Ryan anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with anything. I'm literally just. It's like everything. You A/B test like shit, and you see what happens. You see what sticks. You see what doesn't. I hate that one too because it's
You're not
that's like
punishable,
launch punishable, but I just can't reach it.
I keep forgetting he's in game, Jack.
Okay, he's just pummeling, so I gotta back off. Just let him punch himself out.
Oh wow, the virtual boy. Damn. That's a long time ago.
The hell? I just can't step anything. That's the other thing that drives me nuts about this game is you can't step. Nothing you can sidestep. It catches you. Everything catches you. And the problem is, like, movement was how I kind of made up for lack of reactions to a lot of these things. And so this is really just punishing me for being me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Sidestep into uppercut. Pay attention.
So, boyos, I'm enjoying my weekend. You
Should
have
probably
fun?
head out too. I'll see you
Yeah,
guys.
well, it's good seeing you guys. I gotta end in like 10 minutes anyway, so thanks for coming. Thanks for enjoying the book, Jack. Like I said, it's all I could ever want is to make sure you guys actually enjoy what you're doing.
Like I said, in 2 weeks when I finished it, I'm gonna invite you on my channel to speak for it about 2 hours, so I don't have to do anything but get the views.
Oh, you got me there. He has to mark it now. He'll run his mouth.
Oh yeah, now he has to. Like you make fun of me, sir. I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it.
Fair enough.
No.
It's good seeing. It's good hearing from you again.
Likewise, man. Likewise. You guys have fun. Enjoy your weekend, and maybe I'll see you on Rule Zero tomorrow. Maybe not. We'll see.
Works for me.
Goofy Nederlander.
Yeah, cheers.
Do it.
Bye.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still on.
Can't believe they bailed out on you like that.
Oh, that's fine. It's like you guys are just here as like a thank you to me. It's like I'm not paying, so I can't really expect anything, you know?
We're not getting paid? What?
Well, not with your mouth. Great Master. Great Master G.
Great Master Chief. That should be your secret weapon. You should send me to like podcasts that you just want to get destroyed. And be like,
You
"Hey,
become
this
my
guy's great."
my secret Billy.
Yeah.
They should go into that chat, ask stupid questions, and waste their time, and then drop a creep comment. Get out of there before you get caught.
Oh man. Just
Oh.
go in like a Chinese spy and wind up being a mod and then like just destroying it from the inside. Oh. Well,
So there's this thing. So if they just stay down, and they flip over like that, I can keep them going forever. And it forces them to either... come on.
mm.
And it forces them to either quickly tech roll out. And if they do that, though, I automatically get them with an unblockable. So if I pay attention, it's like just crazy, what they call wall Loki. There it is.
What rank are you now? Have you fallen? Are you
Great.
still up?
I'm in the mid ranks right now. It's still top 10% because a lot of the lower ranks have dropped off. But the problem is the blue ranks are just hell. I'm caught in here because... And then I stopped playing for like the longest time. So,
But
yeah.
then you mess up and you play in here where you really can't 100% focus, and then you wind up getting demoted or whatever.
Funny enough, I'm actually about where I started. So nothing's
Oh.
changed. Thank God for that.
Nice. Cool.
Wait a minute. Wait, one sec. Oh. I don't know, at this point, I just like hearing about the red pill stuff again and trying to stay out of, like, Canadian news because it's just making me angry.
Oh,
Friends and family talking about it, dude. It's just, yeah, I'm angry. And then hopefully the immigration thing works out. We'll see.
I'm just picturing like me in 2 years if Kamala had actually won. You
I don't
know?
even think that's close. I don't even think that's close. Like, I can't...
It's probably not, but that's
Yeah.
the worst that I can think of right now. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If the tariffs go off, and their plan is just a quantitative easing. So they're handing out stimmy checks like with COVID, back when 20% of what had like 20% inflation for 2 years.
Yeah.
They're planning on doing that as a response to this. So already I'm like, oh boy. Which means real estate's going to bump up, which means business is going to demand more LMIA or H-1Bs. It's just the whole thing is getting worse, and everybody just seems to be awesome about it, and I don't like it.
What's bad is like,
But the recession's going to be worse than the one in the 30s.
ooh, yeah. So that was bad for y'all too back then.
Oh, it was worse for us back then
Oh,
because we just put up a bunch of Ukrainian. One sec. We had a whole bunch of Ukrainian immigrants come in, and then farming kind of died off. The Dust Bowl thing. We kind of had our own version of that, and yeah, it just didn't work.
dang.
And America's like 25. It's always been 25% of our exports. So when you guys have a depression, that sucks for us too.
Yeah, of course. Yep. I was just thinking maybe if nothing else, you know, maybe the west half of the Canada could like be the 51st state. You know, that would be pretty cool.
I know a lot of Ontario is kind of weird about it, but Alberta, the western provinces would love it. BC, outside of the baby boomers, would love it.
Mm-hmm.
One sec.
So, why not? I mean, shoot, I would.
Well, everybody's kind of asking, like, what is it you lose? And they're like, oh, our sovereignty. It's like, what sovereignty? China owns everything. And it's like every argument that you make for why we wouldn't want to do it is kind of like, that's 10 years too late, man.
Yeah. Like, what are the options? Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting in a few years. Maybe Canada will come out better, even if they don't wind up getting the.
Well, we can't get worse. I mean, we can get worse, but you know what I mean? Like, we can't really get worse. I think because our population is too old, so we're not going to have any violent revolutions. The expectation is that we're going to turn into Argentina in the 2000s, which is not good.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, maybe what you could do is go ahead and move to Greenland, become a citizen of Greenland. So then when we add Greenland, there you go. Come on.
Oh, that'll be good. Well, if you guys end up taking Alberta, I could probably just, like, my birth certificate's there. Damn it, so there's a sidestep left I'm supposed to pull in there, and I just don't have the timing down right. I can never do it. Whenever he does that little thing where he lifts up his knee, if I sidestep left, I can launch it.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just, no.
I mean, I try not to be too overly optimistic here, but like, too many things are just going in the right direction now. Like, is this real life?
For you guys. It's not for us, though. That's the weird thing.
I feel bad. I'm like bragging about my hot girlfriend, and you're over there with like the chubby fool in the corner.
She just gained 20 more pounds. Well, the newest thing is we have this thing called the Hogue Report. The idea is our CIA was like, yeah, you guys got some spies in Parliament, about 11.
Oh.
Chinese and Indian diaspora is basically taking you guys for granted. Criminal gangs are moving in. So the government petitioned a report. And they're like, yeah, we didn't do anything wrong. It's fine. Oh, the problem is people, though. So we have to shut down free speech because their misinformation is causing problems.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the big problem. Everything's better now.
And you keep in mind, too, this is like, they're the least popular government in Canadian history. They know this. Yeah. And they're still pulling stuff like this.
Oh, God.
So which means they don't care. And they kind of have a bunch of little tricks they're doing to kind of delay the chance of us getting on to, like, doing some things a bit better here. It just all kind of adds up to, it's like... Ugh. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for ruining the stream. It was better off when you were talking about grape.
That's really bad. Well, we can always go back,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, Sluggo gets it, too.
Sluggo. What's Sluggo saying? All millennials in Canada with parents who own real estate or that
Yep.
affects a lot of us.
Well, because a lot of... Oh, dude, I hate Leo so much. I really should go practice that more. So everybody's looking at their real estate right now going, oh, great, it's $1.5 million. But nobody's selling. So it's just like on paper, it looks like everybody's rich. But then as soon as people start to sell, they're going to realize like nobody's going to be able to afford that. And so prices will crash. But nobody has to sell right now because they're on indexed pensions or they have government jobs. The interest rates are high. So even if you wanted to buy and sell, it's like a horrible time too. So we're just caught in this holding pattern where everybody thinks they're wealthy because numbers go boom. And anybody who's not in the real estate club, I mean, I'm a member of the real estate club, but even then, so you're just you're trapped here, but you feel good about numbers that are high on a spreadsheet. Anybody who's out of the market is just seeing numbers go high, so you can't even get in. And anybody who wants to get out is like just watching this. They're watching the lie happen in real time, so just a bunch of overgrown children.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sluggo's
So
right, especially in the West Coast. I think he's a West Coaster, so they have it even worse.
Oh no.
I think like Toronto's almost as bad as Vancouver, but I mean with them, 20% of the real estate or something like that is Chinese laundered money. Like people aren't even living there.
Oh god. Yeah.
That's why it was always funny with the whole Canada's not for sale merch that's made in China that people bought. Like you can't make that shit up. It's just perfect.
It just writes itself. The jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So if you sell real estate in Canada now, how screwed are you on the tax end? Like, do you have to do capital gains too, or?
Capital gains if you own it for less than 2 years. I think they're trying to change that to 1 year. But it's mostly... So you got your 5% real estate fee that they'll take off of it, just for the price of it. Plus, if you have to break your mortgage for it, then that's going to be a 5% fee on top of that. If it's a new place, you have to pay GST, which is about 13% just of taxes on it. It all just kind of adds up. So essentially, like about a quarter of what you sell it for is automatically gone the moment you do.
Yeah. Goodness. Wow.
And I don't know what it's like in the States, like how you guys work with real estate fees and legal fees and taxes and that stuff. So is it... You know what? I don't like this guy. There we go. I fucking hate Clive so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had my mortgage, I haven't really bought or sold any real estate in over 10 years, so...
Yeah, well, 7 years for me, but same thing. Like, it was... Even at the time, though, we had to basically put an offer sight unseen. That's how quick the market was moving here then.
Yeah.
And that's worth about half of what it's worth now.
Dang. So would you be able to become a citizen, or would you get a green card here, or could you do a dual citizenship? You don't have to denounce Canada, I guess.
That's step 2. Step 1 is just getting there, and that would be an O1 or an E2. And that all depends on whether I want to invest in starting a brick and mortar assets and stuff there for like 70 grand or something like that, which I think I was like surprised it's only that much. I figured they'd want like a couple million or something like that.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Damn it, I gotta learn to come on. I got all fucking day. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. The O1 is for talent. And these are visas, so they... Oh, here's hoping. Yeah. The O1 is talented one. I have a whole bunch of criteria for that. And the idea is those get you 5-year stints in the States. And from there, you can apply. There's a pathway from there to go green card. And I haven't made it that far yet, so I don't know.
I mean, what is a green card? I mean, really, is that just you can stay here? I mean, is it like expire, or do you have to keep applying, or is it forever? Or...
From what I understand, a green card is kind of like permanent residence, the equivalent of that in Canada. Like that's my way of saying I want to be an American citizen, and eventually, as long as I meet all the criteria, I'll be a citizen at the end of it.
Yeah, as
The
long as I
visa
don't
is
screw
just like I want to live and work in the States, real estate, that sort of thing. Run across and claim asylum.
but
I don't think they accept asylum claims from Canada anymore.
apparently you need to ask the green cards, put in the procedure real early because it can take a while.
Oh, this is like a 5-year plan. I'm not planning this stuff for like next month.
Oh, nothing's quicker than immigration. What are you talking about, Santiago?
I mean, technically, if I have all
Well,
my
no,
affairs in
because-
order, I can pay an extra $4,000 US and get an expedite for like 2 months for the process if it works out. But again,
Wow.
I'm not in a rush for this here. I got to do it methodically. Otherwise, I don't want to have to rush because then, heaven forbid, I get down there and like, oh shit, I wasn't prepared for something important like where to live. You know what I mean? I want to have everything sorted out, so I'm taking my time.
Marty, the reason I bring it up is because I have a sibling who lives in the US. Right now, I think it's about almost a decade she's been living there. But she's always lived there on a work visa. And she's never applied for a green card. And now with Trump, she suddenly has to apply for a green card. So
Nice.
it's gonna get a bit hairy.
Hey, the good thing is, I think Trump ended the immigration thing where you have to have a COVID shot or you can't, come into the country or whatever. So he's actually ended that. So thank goodness.
That's good.
Yeah. And but yeah, that's kind of messed up. Like the government, it's like legal mafia. I mean, it's like $4,000.
What do you think the point of the government is?
I know, it's like, yeah, here, give me $4,000. Nobody has to know. I'll put you to the front of the line.
Well, that was, I think, it makes sense because we have a lot of that stuff on passports too. Where if you want to get it faster, you can pay extra. But I think that's just to like pull resources from it, the convenience. Maybe it is just a cash grab. Who knows?
It's got to be. I mean, where everything else is, or
Oh, he's
It's
not
like-
letting me set him up for those anymore.
it's
But
just
even then, I
the
mean, like,
way-
who cares if it makes money in the long term? And taking the cost up front, it's just like any investment, right? Will it pay off?
Yep.
The question is, how bad do you want it?
Oh, you have no idea.
In Ryan's case, really, really bad.
I want it hard. Isn't it addiction? Well, will you suck dick for it?
What's the one just prior to that?
Oh yeah, just below that.
Just below the dick sucking.
Something gross. Hey, will you lick somebody's underarm for that?
All right, now I prefer it when it's like inferred, not just straight out.
Yeah, that's better, right?
Are you willing
Yeah.
to pull a Harvey Weinstein?
I think that would not help me.
Are you willing to do a Harvey Weinstein?
Dude, what is this bullshit? She's just running me ragged. Marty, you're throwing me off my game.
Uh,
Yeah, I think they might kick me out for that. Isn't that the new thing now? Where like if you commit a crime, they're like, yeah, you're gone. They're running into all the fast food places and the restaurants are out of here. Actually, I just realized it's
Yeah.
about noon, so I'm gonna have to get off here. Yeah, let's just
there's an opening at Chipotle here. We need you to come on in.
You joke, but
Okay.
that's like one of my options. I have to figure out how it works, but I don't know how Rolo's business is set up with his Access Vegas thing. But if it's incorporated properly, basically working for him as like one of the measures is on the table.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like any other company that hires you down there, and then you just have to make the case that I would be the only one that could play it. I mean, when you're talking about like a red pill, somewhat taken seriously channel, and he needs people that haven't haven't committed any sexual crimes in the past 30 years. How many more people do I have to compete against? There's like me, I guess Donovan. So it's like, yeah, I'm not taking American jobs.
That's it.
All right. Anyways, boys, I'll see you Rule 0 tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about yet. I think I have some ideas going.